There doesn't seem to be any specific pattern. It is though just really prevalent that that districts are spending bond funds for their technology. Are there any questions?
Well, I guess that last comment that you made would kind of indicate to me that people really don't know how valuable it's going to be in improving student. I mean, the purpose of everything we do in schools is to improve learning. And it sounds like there's some variability in different districts as to how much they want to invest based on how much of an impact they feel technology will have on student learning.
I think that it's part of it, but I think there's another part, and that is that some of these districts already have technology and have infused it and don't need as much, and some need a lot because their infrastructure is really out of date and they need more to upgrade their infrastructure. I think a lot of it has to do with the district assessment and what they've been putting into technology thus far.
You know, I have a little bit of concern about all the tablets, and my concerns are in two areas. One is, in 5 years, will people be using tablets? And the other one would be, if we are using tablets in the future, what happens when we do need to upgrade our tablets? Will we be able to afford it?
That's a really good question, and we've talked about that at a cabinet level and at technology level with our technology subcommittee as well. And there's no real good answer, but I can say this, that every 6 months we reevaluate the technology and we look at the trends and where it's going and assess its effectiveness, and we purchase based on that. We don't create because well, just what you said, things change so quickly with tablet technology that we're not stuck on a standard and going to stay there no matter what. We're going to reassess every 6 months and try to keep up with those trends. And then we're looking right now at a couple different options on how are we going to sustain it. And we're pretty committed to sustaining it and starting to budget for it, because I think we're going to actually see that we're not purchasing as many library books, we're not doing those kind of things that are going to offset some of the costs. But we're going to have to budget a cost every year to keep replacing and upgrading the technology. I don't see any other way about it, no matter what structure, leasing or whatever. You're going to have to budget some money.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was at this Ed Technology conference last week, and this was a big part of the conversation. But of course, with folks there, it was the assumption that everyone will be one way or another, and that even in communities where your one-to-one system is a phone, right? That's big. That many families now have access, and their kids have access to them. So it's something that higher income parents just have no problem doing, and that lower income parents do because they feel that it's essentially the safety. And so there's that, and then there's also the fact that the folks that make the equipment are finding less and less expensive ways to produce it, and that really is.
That is the truth. It's gone, I mean, $100 in like 6 months. So I'm assuming that's going to keep being driven down.
Yeah, it does look like that. So I mean, that's certainly another big takeaway from that conference. So thank you very much. What this was really about was to understand how the funding for technology fits into the bond program, and that the bond program had certainly anticipated that we participate in funding technology for the whole district. And it's one of the things that our community voted to do.
Thank you.
And I have one more question. On the projects to support plan page, because of the heading, I'm assuming that these bullet points are to support the plan, but I'm not really understanding how the voice over IP phone system would support the plan that we plan voice.
It's for collaboration and communication, and I think that it makes it easier for administrators and staff to be able to collaborate and communicate with each other if they have a common system. Because this particular system has collaboration tools built in, so it's not just your old phone system anymore. It's integrated into your email so that, and into a chat where teachers can actually speak with each other and for efficiency. So I really believe that it does impact communication and collaboration.
That would probably be an interesting question for one of our high school forensic teams.
Yeah.
Because I could make a lot of arguments both ways.
Yeah.
We also had an old, twisted pair system that was not serving us well, and we're spending a lot more money than we need to, just to try to make the district on one standard.
And it's not a question of the need for the change in the phone systems at all. I'm just questioning whether or not it's part of the technology plan as you describe it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Do we
you.
have a speaker on that?
Yes, we do. Is that Rico?
Hello again. Some of these questions Liz Block asked, but as I'm looking at the projects to support the plan, this is a district-wide goal plan, and have you compared all these elements with other districts and what they have done in terms of upgrading their technology? I'm wondering if all of these elements are really truly part of technology. And the other question I have is on the projected budget. $16 million approximately you have projected. When you list Kennedy, Richmond, and Crespi, are these the only schools that are covered under these numbers?
Yeah, why don't you answer this?
Okay, so the first one is what other districts are doing, and other districts are creating infrastructure that can support technology, and all of these
Come
projects.
on upstairs, come upstairs,
Sorry.
forward to the mic.
Okay, in the mic?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I would say that we're in alignment with all other districts that are, well, I think all other districts now are really creating infrastructures to support their technology. And I've been to Santa Clara, been to Monterey, talked to San Jose, I talked to several districts. They're all doing the same thing. And what we need to do is create a state-of-the-art district that lasts us for years so that all of our technology will work. Because each of those pieces are essential to, especially like the firewall, spam filter, content filter, and server farms, because that's where the teachers get fed their files. So all of that
The technology plan was informed by your discussions with these other districts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we went out and we made sure that we were in alignment, and everything that we're doing to beef up the infrastructure, it's all because we're putting technology in the hands of students, and we need to make sure we have the throughput and no choke points, or they won't be successful. So that was one reason. The second one about Crespi, Kennedy, and Richmond High School, that's phase one. So E-rate changed the way they did their funding this year. So there's an apportionment that they pay, but it's not very much. It's like $336,000. So to get those three schools, and they were kind of deemed the ones that needed it the most to get their upgrade for their infrastructure. So we picked those three first, but we plan to go to the next three every year. It's just that we don't have the resources to do the whole district. So we want to do it a little piece at a time, and so we picked the top three that needed it the most. And that would affect the most students.
So along those lines, if the district's not going to be able to financially afford to implement this program, this plan for all the schools, because obviously the older schools have not been upgraded, technology is still ancient, we're running out of bound funds. Are you able to project the total amount that's going to be necessary to accomplish a district-wide technology upgrade?
These three were the ones that are going to be the most costly. So after that, it won't be as much. And I am anticipating that E-rate will pick up most of those costs. We'll only have to pay about 20% of it.